Landon here from Lando Outdoors. Today, we're taking a look at the Remington Model 6. Come with me as we break down the history of this rifle, look at the anatomy, and then take a few shots with it. This illustration comes directly from Remington's factory manual for the Model 4 rifle and Model 6 takedown rifle. You can clearly see the rifle fully assembled above and in its takedown configuration below. The description reads, "Designed especially to meet the demand in lightweight and reliable takedown rifles at a moderate price. Material and workmanship up to the Remington standard." In older owners' or operating manuals, the manufacturer would frequently place an exploded view of their firearm with a bill of materials listing the components used in the rifle. This made it easy for gunsmiths or even everyday users to place an order for spare parts or to repair their rifle. Prices ranged from 10 cents for a trigger pin to $3 for a brand new barrel, obviously much cheaper than they would be today. This cutaway illustration shows the heart of the Model 6, its rolling block action. The circled portion here is a through pin that the rolling block rotates around, making it a true rolling block and not a falling block. When the hammer is cocked, the rolling block can be rotated rearward, exposing the chamber for loading. Once closed, the block locks solidly against the cartridge base and the firing pin protrudes, waiting to be struck by the hammer and igniting the primer. The Remington Model 6 was chambered for several popular rimfire cartridges of its time. When it was initially introduced into the market in 1901, the Model 6 was only offered in .22 short, but that soon changed when the Model Improved version was released in 1903, which was chambered in .22 short, long, and long rifle. A version of this model was released chambered in .32 short and long, although it was not as prolific. This .22 short, long, and long rifle version was the model produced until 1929, when the improved Model 6 was introduced. This new version gave the rifle a longer forearm and a screwed-on trigger guard rather than the integral trigger guard on previous versions. It was also chambered in all three .22 calibers. The firearm was then discontinued in 1933, with Remington having produced 498,000 Model 6s in its lifespan. Remington's advertising for this gun emphasized safety, discipline, and marksmanship. Single-shot rifles like the Model 6 were promoted as ideal training tools or small game hunters, especially for young shooters. By limiting the rifle to one shot at a time, users were encouraged to focus on careful aim and clean shots. The Model 6 has been grouped into a class of firearms known as boys' rifles. In the late 1800s, it was extremely common for young boys to be given small-caliber firearms like this to target shoot or hunt small game like squirrels or rabbits. This was a massive market to cater to. Thus, the term was coined and the ads were generated to target that share of the market. Now let's go over the different parts of this rifle over at the gun bench. Here we've got the Model 6 on the gun bench. You can see it's got a beautiful walnut stock and walnut forearm here. 20-inch barrel from the factory with iron sights and a rear peep sight. You'll see how that works in a second. Great steel. Hammer's pretty heavy, but that's reliable and sturdy. You can see the rolling block just drops right down, exposes the extractor in there. That extractor works pretty much every time. For .22 short, .22 long rifle, it sticks a little bit due to that chamber problem. You can see it pop up right here, and the trigger pull drops the hammer. You can see right here the rear peep sight, used for more precise shooting, small game hunting, or plinking as they call it. Just pops right up, you get your sight picture, and then you can take more precise shots. Drop it back down like this against the rifle. Here you can see the takedown screw in the middle here. And by twisting that, we will be able to take apart the two pieces of the rifle, making it more portable. You undo the screw and then pop off the fore end of it, exposing the grooves and the tapped hole for the takedown screw. And here we've got the rear portion, which contains the rolling block, the pin that it rotates on, the screw itself, hammer, and all of the other pieces needed for firing this rifle. As you can see, it fits perfectly back together, nice and snug, and then a quick tightening of the takedown screw brings the whole rifle back together. Now that we've got our gun back together, let's go take her to the range. This is the Remington Model 6. Patented in 1902, this specific rifle was made in 1925. Features a hammer, trigger, rear peep sight, rolling block action with an extractor. iron sights, walnut furniture, a steel butt plate, and a takedown screw. This rifle itself was chambered in 22 short, long, and long rifle. This means it's an improved model, the original version only being able to shoot 22 short. This rifle still enjoys 22 short more than it does 22 long rifle and long, mostly because of the powder content of those cartridges. The 22 short is named short for a reason. It contains less powder, making it easier to extract upon firing. That is due to the lower pressure in the cartridge, which doesn't expand the cartridge wall like 22 long rifle does. 22 long rifle has more powder in that casing, so as it's fired, the casing wall expands, and then it hugs the chamber wall post-firing and requires a little bit more force to get out. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this 22 short for you. Love this rifle. Easy shooting, extremely safe, fairly accurate for being made over 100 years ago, and I can extract that casing with my fingernails. Very easy to extract. So then we take our 22 long rifle, which is significantly longer than the 22 short. Go ahead and insert that into the chamber. Lift up that rolling block action, and then we're ready to go again. So you pull back the hammer again, drop that rolling block, and that cartridge won't come out by itself without a little bit more force. So I'll take my knife, put it up in there very carefully, and just edge its way out. Perfect. This rifle operates flawlessly. I love shooting it. It's extremely fun to shoot. You can teach anybody to shoot with this rifle. It's extremely safe. Very reliable due to the simplicity of the action. It's just great steel, great wood, and great fun. Thanks for checking out this awesome and historic firearm with me today, and I hope to catch you again on Orlando Outdoors.